let me tell you, for our participants, our goal tonight, 3 easy things. 1, we want to make this webinar the best part of your day. We want to help you make an informed decision to go from knowing to doing, right? And with that, we want to get rid of all of those things that land in the gap, our assumptions, our self-limiting beliefs, our fear of success, as well as our fear of failures. And then lastly, we want you to leave here knowing the 6 areas worth focusing on to lose weight, okay? Let me tell you how the run of the show is gonna be. As Nicole presents, we're gonna have presentation, we'll have chat, we'll have poll. There will be a number of ways for you to engage. So lean in, get ready as I present to some and introduce to others the amazing Miss Nicole Duncan. FitNick is a conglomerate of health and fitness products and services, including personal training, group training, boot camps, choreography, nutritional guidance, consulting, and so much more. F&I aims to offer unique and beneficial programs to help those seeking to live a better, healthier life. Nicole Duncan, who is the owner, is a certified personal trainer through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. She is also an IFBB fitness professional and a former Atlanta Falcons cheerleader. Woo, woo, go in the chat. All right. Wait till y'all see her body. Good night in the morning. And has consecutively competed in the last 3 fitness Olympic competitions. She has appeared in Oxygen, Muscle and Fitness, hers Atlanta Sports and Fitness, Ironman, and Flex Magazine, just to name a few. Nicole choreographs routines for fitness competitions, cheerleaders, and dancers. Her 4 years as a former Atlanta Falcons cheerleader, coupled with her experience as a cheerleader for the University of Alabama, has given her the tools to help others reach their performance potential. She has over 15 years of dance experience. She has been performing since she was 8 years old, when she started competitive gymnastics. Nicole and her FitNick Inc. team are available for personal training sessions, boot camps, choreography, private tumbling lessons, posing sessions, and consultations. Let us help you find the fun in fitness again. Ma'am, wow. Wow. Wow is all I can say. Let's jump right into it.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And thank you so much, Coach Azure, for that warm welcome and for keeping everybody energized as I got all the pieces moving here with my Instagram Live and getting all set up. I am super excited to have a team to help me deliver this information to you. So welcome to the Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks Challenge. This masterclass is all about sharing knowledge. It's all about motivating you to act, as Coach Azure mentioned, and it's trying to get you to ignite something new in you, to try something new. So I'm so glad that you're here, and I want to say congratulations on taking the first step, right? So many people are just laying on the couch, watching TV and eating God knows what, right? So let's jump right in. We are here to get ready to help you to shed those pounds and keep them off. Yes, baby. All right, so moving on to the next slide. It is time for us to paint your picture. Imagine waking up 20 pounds lighter, with less joint pains, refreshed from a good night's sleep. How about that? What I want you to do right now, you all know how to use the chat. We've been working on that since we hopped in. I want you to give me 3 things that you would like to accomplish for yourself by the way of health and fitness. What are your personal goals? Put them in the chat. for example, I know for me, I really need to focus on getting my water in. It's as simple as that. I know I don't drink enough water. I go all day long. I'm looking to find out what it is, what 3 things that you are looking forward to. I'm looking forward to also running a road race. I've signed myself up for road races, and that's my goal. I used to be able to run them very fast. Over the last few years, I've slowed down a little bit, and I'm gearing up to get back on the road and get to run, because I love to run and be outside. So what are your 3 things that you would like to accomplish for yourself? What about you?
So we have
Coach Ashley?
consistency and a healthier lifestyle coming in. Consistency. That seems to be the theme, Nicole.
Oh, I like that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a lot about consistency throughout the program. So moving on to the next slide. My goal is for you to get started to think about your health and fitness, but in a positive way. Essentially, I am giving you a blueprint along with an opportunity to have me as your sidekick, your accountability partner, and your coach. So many times we know what we need, that we need to do something, but if it's not something that we're used to doing, it's hard, because we have fallen off the wagon, as we like to say sometimes, or we have fallen into a pattern or a rut of doing some things that are not so healthy for our bodies. Moving on to the next slide. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my philosophy when it comes to health and fitness. You all heard the wonderful bio that Coach Azure read of me. And for me, sometimes it's even hard to imagine, because, I ain't that old, right? I'm like 21, right? So it's kind of hard to imagine that those things have happened in my lifespan. But I want to explain to you that I'm not just your average coach. I have been through some ups and downs, some trials and tribulations. It hasn't all been easy. And I think it's been that way for a reason. I have learned how to troubleshoot and get through the everyday problems of life that deal specifically with our health and fitness. And I have developed a program that's all about health, heart, and soul, right? You can know that you need to do something, but if your mind isn't focused on doing that, if you haven't dug deep into why you're acting the way that you're acting and doing some of the things that you're doing, it can be hard to start some random diet plan or to jump straight into following certain exercises, because there's all sorts of things happening with your body. I'm here to tell you that I'm no stranger to injury. I'm no stranger to dealing with hormones, and I'm no stranger to dealing with life, career, family issues, all of those things. I take all of those things into account as I'm helping someone. So my philosophy is to train the whole person to help develop something that's going to help you implement these things into your everyday lifestyle. All right. So listen up. Moving on to the next slide. By the end of this call, after I've given you a list of things that you can implement, because I know that you're all sitting there with your pens and paper, eagerly ready to write down these tools. I'm going to give you a special invite to join my ongoing Summer Slimdown Challenge. And along with that, I'm going to give you some special perks, okay? So discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. I am here to help you build that bridge, plain and simple. Next slide. So here's where you come in. I need your input again. What is stopping you? What are the things that are keeping you from getting there, from doing it on your own, right? We live in an information world. Everything is at our fingertips, right? We can Google it. Nutrition plans, like there's everything out there, keto, so on and so forth. There are a number of things that that many of you probably have in common, and we're going to show those up on the slide next. They're bad food choices. They're saying that you have no time, right? Having low to no energy, having a lack of motivation, right? You just don't feel like doing it anymore. Maybe you've gotten off the wagon and you're not consistent anymore. Or you've said you're going to schedule it and you just, you're not scheduling properly because that afternoon yoga class that you meant to take, it just doesn't happen for you. And there might be a number of other things. So if you will notice, you should see on the screen, if you're here with me on Zoom, there's a poll, okay? And I want
So this is what we want to know. What is stopping you right now? A poll is directly in front of you. If you can just go on, is it bad food choices, having no time, low to no energy, lack of motivation, consistency, poor scheduling, or is there something else? We're going to give you about 5 more seconds to go in and choose your number one. What do you feel is stopping you? If you're in a place where you cannot utilize the poll, okay, let's see this. We have, let's see that. Do you see a poll now? Okay, we have some coming in. If you're not able to see the poll, you can go in the chat and put the answers there. All right, Nicole, we have answers coming in now.
I see that.
2 out of 10. So we have bad food choices, no consistency so far. I'll say them again if you're not able to select, if you're driving or somewhere else. Bad food choices, having no time, low, no energy, lack of motivation, no consistency, poor scheduling, or anything else.
I know mine is poor scheduling. Often I try to pack too much stuff in one day. Ooh, the top 3 choices that are coming up in our poll are bad food choices. We're going to solve that right after this call. We're going to solve that today. Lack of motivation and no consistency. Okay, I see. Next slide. All those things will come up. So many of those things, some of you selected your main one, but often it's a combination of those things. And I try to tell people, if we can focus on one at a time and build healthy habit stacking, is what I call it, then we can get you to a place where these things that you want to accomplish now become a habit versus just something you're doing for a short period of time. All right. So thank you for filling out that poll. That's given me a nice overview of where you all are. So yes, I am offering an 8-week process, but what I'm doing right now is giving you the full blueprint and telling you all my secrets of what I do during that 8-week process. And I'm also going to give you tips for each one of those 8 weeks. So we have a weekly focus that we dive in on, because I want you to learn not just what to do, but why you're doing it, okay? I'm also going to give you little nuggets as we go throughout the rest of this presentation. So get your pen and paper out and let's get going. All right, so before we can get started with anything, we always have to have a prep week. And during that prep week, we are going to focus on 3 important things. Next slide, Coach Azure. Those things are getting intentional. Keep going. One more. Little technical difficulty. We're there. This program is called the Summer Slimdown Challenge, and it's called that because I've made it flexible, right? I've made it to where you could start at any point in time during the summer. So this is an ongoing program. So whatever Monday you want to start on, I've created this flexibility for you to start at any Monday of the summer. All right. But I'm going to tell you what's in it. And then you're going to be able to take the tools from it right now and use them before you even sign up for the program. So let's go. Prep week. Again, during prep week, we're going to focus on 3 specific things. Number 1, we're going to get intentional, which is what you're doing right now. So everybody give yourself a pat on the back because you are here on a Wednesday night joining me today. Number 2, we're going to master your day, right? So many of us are ruled by our work schedules, our kids' schedules. There's so many things, the cell phone, emails. Once they come in, we immediately jump to answer them. I'm going to teach you how to structure your day so that you're more efficient, okay? We call them DMOs, our daily method of operations. We're going to fix that for you. And number 3, which is the most important of the 3 things that we're going to do in the prep week, is we're going to focus on healthy boundaries and what that means. All right. If you are a giver, and you're constantly pleasing other people, in the chat right now, put giver. And the givers are the moms that have the mommy guilt. The givers are the single daughters like me, where if mama says, I need you to do this, that, and the other, I feel like I got to stop and obey my mom and help her out, right? It's when you have someone always pulling and tugging at you, expecting you to be the strong person, expecting you to be the coworker that puts in the extra hours, expecting you to work the weekend events, right? Like seriously, if you're a giver, you need to focus on healthy boundaries. Moving on to week 2, we're going to focus on nutrition. Number 1, how many of you have analyzed your nutrition patterns? Have you ever done that? Like really looked at what you eat per day? Even taken like a scrap sheet of paper and say, okay, what did I eat today? And write down all the things, right? Many of you can lose a couple pounds a week just in adjusting some of those things that you eat on a daily basis. So number 1, we want to analyze what we're doing. Number 2, we're going to set a game plan for you. The game plan for me may not be the same for Coach Azure, for PJ's, for Sophia, for Patricia. We're all going to have our very own game plan when it comes to what we need to do to lose the weight. Okay. And number 3, we're going to learn some new strategies, right? We're going to learn some new strategies that are going to help us execute the plan and see the results. We can do basic things like if you're someone who always skips breakfast, right? Maybe you need to set an alarm. Maybe you're going hours upon hours not eating. Maybe you're skipping a snack that you know you need to eat before you go to the gym. Maybe you need a reminder to get in bed on time. I'm going to do a different level. We'll get to that too. But I want you to write down right now something very simple, and it's a free tool. It's called MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal. It is a free app that all you have to do is use it to start recording your foods, and it will give you, now don't pay for the premium version. That's not necessary, right? Start tracking. The cool thing about my Summer Slimdown program, should you decide to join, when you decide to join, you will get a habit tracker within my program with me, and I will be helping you keep those, stay on track. Okay. Moving on to week 3. Week 3, we're going to focus on self-care. Number 1, we're going to do a little mindset training. We want to get your mind right and make sure that you have all the right tools and techniques to calm your nerves, to help put you in a positive mind frame when it comes to showing up for yourself and prioritizing yourself, right? We're also going to show you how to respect your body, right? Have you ever had someone that always talked down to you, like maybe a coworker or just someone that you had to deal with that always is like yelling at you and talking down to you? You don't want to act for them. You don't want to do anything for them. You want to get them out of your hair and tell them to leave you alone or tell them to go kick rocks or whatever, right? Well, think about what we often say to our bodies on a daily basis. I'm too fat. I'm too slow. I should be doing, this, that, and the other. Many of us have a poor, we have a poor mindset when it comes to our own bodies. The human body is ever changing. It is evolution in reality, right? We're constantly growing, constantly changing, constantly adapting. And so no matter what age you are right now, you can and will succeed in getting to your weight loss goals if you learn to respect and take care of your body, right? So you want to give it good things so that it gives you good things back. All right, moving on to week 4. Week 4 is all about sleep. Sleep, my friends, is the #1 secret to weight loss. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many people that I've forced to fix their sleep, right? They're like, but coach, I'm following the meal plan. I'm exercising 4 times a week now. And that was more than I was doing before. I'm doing this, that, and the other, and I'm not losing any weight. And 9 times out of 10, those same people are barely getting 5 or 6 hours of sleep at night. The human body needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night, right? So we have to work on that and figure out how to get your sleep. So with sleep, we do 3 things. We review your patterns, we apply new strategies, and we consult your physician if necessary, right? There's a reason we go to the doctor. There's a reason why we have to have this health insurance and we pay. We need to utilize them to help us get to where we need to be. Number 1, write this down. Establish a routine, right? You see down there on my slides, I got reap the rewards of better sleep, including improved mood, energy, and weight loss results, right? But many of us go to sleep with the TV on. We go to sleep at random times of the night. We don't know when we fell asleep. We just fell asleep, and the phone's over here, a book's over here. We're not getting consistent, relaxed, true sleep. So we want to establish a routine. So write that down. Turn the TV off. Detox from your cell phone and computers, right? I am wearing these bad boys. These are readers. And I know it's because I look at the computer and my cell phone way too much. All right. Moving on. How's everybody doing so far? Anybody in the chat? Everybody good? Stretch. We're getting there. Linda says she's good. All right. So next up, week 5, we talk about fitness training. Fitness training. We're waiting to the end to talk about fitness training. Yes. By this time in the program, you will already have had weeks and access to various workout plans that you can do at your leisure. My philosophy on fitness training is to do something period. Move. And you want to improve each week first. So I never expect anybody to jump into running, 5 miles a day, right? That's crazy. If you've never run a mile, you don't need to be jumping into some program where it's expecting you to lift crazy weights and run crazy miles and doing all these wild, crazy things. You need to focus on something better each week. So if last week I didn't work out at all, guess what? I'm winning if I work out one time this week, right? Okay, I want to say amen to that, right? One time, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a good job, right? For doing that. So, but when we get to this week, there are going to be some deeper things that we're going to talk about. By this point in the program, majority of my clients have already begun losing 10, 15, almost gotten to their 20-pound weight loss goal, okay? Because with all the things that we're implementing from the first few weeks, and these are basic things, right? You're able to succeed. But when it comes to fitness training, there's so many questions out there. Number one, you want to focus on quality over quantity. If you only have 10 minutes out of your day to exercise, well, then make those 10 minutes the best 10 minutes of your day, right? As long as you get them done. And then we can focus on the next week of increasing that. If you're wanting to focus on fat burn, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You need some sort of resistance training. And I'm going to tell you, at this day and age, it's about being strong and not being skinny. It's a big myth that you're going to gain bulky muscle just because you pick up some dumbbells. That is so far from the truth. I design programs that allow you to work with 5-pound dumbbells, right? And you're going to get amazing results from even working with low weights. But if you want to maximize your fat loss, you have to move the muscle. Think about it. Bicep curl. If I'm curling that weight and I'm about at the 10, 20, 15 rep, that muscle is going to warm up. I'm going to feel it nice and toned, and we're going to burn the fat that's all the way around, the nooks and cranny, that shaky part that you don't like. We're going to get to all of that, okay? But you just gotta know right now that some form of weight training or resistance training is what we like to call it, right? You can do push-ups against the wall, right? As long as that muscle is engaged, you are going to see the results. So moving on to week 6, we're almost there. Week 6 is about consistency over motivation. So everybody's gung-ho the first week, right? It's just like January 1st, everybody's ready. The gyms are packed. We all have new gym memberships and we're ready to rock and roll, right? But as you get further along in your journey, you need to remember and to acknowledge that consistency is more important than motivation. You're not always going to feel like it, right? You're not always going to feel like walking into that gym. Or for me, sometimes it's walking into my garage and pulling out that car and jumping on my elliptical. For many of you have home gyms. Many of you have Pelotons and treadmills that are holding up your clothes, all of those things. We really want to utilize what we have and get consistent on walking in and doing those things. So number one, when we get to this part of the challenge, I'm going to remind you of things like your why. Why did you start this? Why do you need to get in shape? Many of you know that it's not for vanity reasons. A lot of you are taking care of older parents. Maybe I have some clients right now that have adopted their grandkids. So they're taking care of their grandkids, right? There's a number of reasons why you want to, maybe you just want to go on vacation and not be out of breath when you go on the excursions, right? So what is your why? Number 2, we're going to focus on some things that help you stay consistent. Sometimes it's get an accountability partner. Sometimes it's reminding you that you can, that you're going to be able to sleep better. Sometimes it's it's just setting that alarm like we mentioned earlier, okay? And number 3, you're not always going to feel like it. As I mentioned before, emotions are tricky, right? If you're tired, your emotions are going to run amok. So guess what you probably need to do? Go sit down, take a nap, breathe, take a walk outside, get off the computer, right? Put that phone down. Tell somebody no, N-O, right? Because those emotions, yes, they're there for a reason, but if you let them run amok and control your day, you're always going to be telling your subconscious that you're tired, that you can't do something, right? We've got to watch those emotions. All right. And so week 7. All right, week 7 for me is the sweet spot. This is where we really talk about what you have discovered over the time period and how you can finish in your strongest way. Does anybody remember those, The Biggest Loser, right? It was like those last chance workouts, you know, everybody had fallen off the wagon. Somebody ate too much ice cream. Somebody did something that they weren't supposed to do. And then you saw Jillian Michaels and all the other trainers walking on their clients' legs, pushing them through. Well, your last week, that finish strong week, doesn't have to be that grueling. There are a ton of tricks to the trade. You hear about all of these things: intermittent fasting, carb cycling, water manipulation. In this program, I'm going to teach you what those things are and what they do for you and how to do them safely. I don't recommend anybody saying, forever, I'm never going to eat a carb again in my life. You just eliminated a whole food group that's necessary for your vital organs to survive. You know, years ago, everybody was into what was Atkins diet, right? It was all about the Atkins diet. Didn't the Atkins man die doing the Atkins diet? I believe so, right? So it's not good for any one of us to not have a healthy approach to our program. So we've got to keep the focus, and we've got to make sure that we're doing the right things the right way. So to reiterate that, I'm going to talk to you and teach you about how to finish strong. I'm also going to make sure that you understand your food and how you can make the changes necessary to drop a couple more pounds before you go to the wedding this weekend, right? Many of us have that little black dress we haven't gotten into, or those jeans that are just still hanging in our closet, and we're that close to button them up. So this is that finish strong week that I'm going to help you with. All right. Moving on to our final week. Dun, 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 dun. Results and next steps. This is celebration time, you guys. Again, we want to celebrate the wins, big and small. We want to reflect on your progress and make sure we celebrate your achievements throughout the program. You're going to learn how to maintain, and I'm going to help you ignite your new lifestyle. Okay, so at this point, you're thinking long term. These are not tricks just for one event. These are things that you want to implement into your everyday lifestyle. Fitness is a journey, it's not a sprint. Okay. All right, you guys. In the chat box, what I want you to do right now is I want you to put in what you have gained from these, what tips you're walking away with. What 3 main tips are you going to implement after we get off this call? I'll call some of them out. right? Having healthy boundaries, right? Mastering your day, scheduling yourself into your day, using my fitness pal to analyze what you're eating. All right. Sitting down sometimes and saying no, even to the people you love, because you need to rest and recharge so you can get going for the next thing you have to do. Knowing your why, and how to maximize it. Maximize by lifting weights, doing something different. Finding an accountability partner, speaking good things, affirmations over your life, getting in good sleep, forcing yourself to go to bed at a specific time, right? Setting your
We have
alarm.
quite a few that are starting to come in. So your examples are really getting the chat churning. We have Terry that says having a plan, establishing a routine, sleep, water, and mindset were the key things that stuck out to Linda. Betty, mindset training and sleep. And Keisha said an accountability partner. So people are leaning in and they're taking good notes.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome, you guys. I'm going to say this, pick one out of that list that you just gave me. Pick one to focus on for this next week. Pick one. So many times we overwhelm ourselves with, oh, I got to drink the water. Oh, I got to eat this. Okay. And then when we don't reach certain goals, we beat ourselves up about it, right? And that is not the goal here. That is not the plan here in this program at all. It's about taking the steps positively and implementing things that you can do today. So pick one and promise me that you're going to start on it this week. Here are the program details. So I mentioned that I'm starting, and you can see over my head, a Summer Slimdown Challenge. And what that means is that it's a flexible program with these key details. What you're going to get is a nutrition plan. Everybody asks me, what should I eat, Nicole? This is going to outline exactly what you should eat. Also, what you're going to get is access to my personalized fitness app, okay? And what it is I've designed certain workouts for you to do to optimize weight loss and specifically to optimize fat loss. All of that is happening inside the app. So everything is going to be at your fingertips. On top of that, just like we're doing now, you're going to get weekly mindset sessions. And those weekly mindset sessions are broken up into those 8 different weeks that we just talked about. They're nice short videos. You can watch them at your leisure and you'll be set for the week. So you'll know this is what I'm supposed to focus on for this week. Nicole's not going to make me focus on all of these things. She's going to make me focus on this one thing to be successful so that I can continue my journey. I'm also going to give you 30 protein-packed, energizing recipes. Majority of my clients are women, but when I also deal with men clients, I realize that is usually the number one issue. When you think about breakfast foods, people say waffles, grits, potatoes, fruit. They name all of these heavy carbohydrate things. When we think about snacks, we're thinking about some of the bad things like crackers and honey buns and chips. And, you think about those kind of snacks, unhealthy snacks. But even some of the healthier snacks too, we don't get much protein in. So I am going to help you have at your fingertips 30 energizing protein-packed recipes that are going to help you. If you just follow these recipes and eat them consistently, you're going to lose weight. There is no doubt in my mind, right? Then you're also going to get the group accountability call. So there are going to be calls where we get on like we are today, and you're able to ask me anything. We're going to talk about how the week went, what changes you can make, how to be successful for the next week. We're going to pat ourselves on the back for what we did do. We're not going to beat ourselves up about what we didn't do. We're just going to pivot, right? So that we can continue this successful journey. On top of this, you're also going to get 4 one-on-one, listen to me now, 4 one-on-one coaching calls with me. So you're not just left at your own devices. It's one-on-one time with you and I, and we take a deep dive into whatever you need. Maybe you have a knee issue and you need a substitute for exercises to do for a particular workout. Maybe on the nutrition plan, you're a vegetarian or vegan, or there's something that you don't like and you need my help in making substitutions. I am here for all of it. We're also going to have a private Facebook group that you'll be invited to so you can interact on a consistent basis. And within the app, you have 24/7 in-app messaging and support. That means you can ask me anything at any point in time, and I'll get back with you through the app. Take a picture of or send a recipe that you might want to try, and I'll give you feedback on anything regarding this program. So by the end of this program, you will, and I'm just going to follow these through, become 20 pounds less. Yes, that's right. If you implement all of these things, you will lose weight. The goal is to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. But what I find is my clients they lose quickly. And then as we keep going, it starts tapering off. But because we have these things in place to help with the roadblocks, typically you are going to lose the 20 pounds, right? Then the goal is also to gain complete control over your own body, right? You'll be able to implement these things so that you feel happier, so that you have more energy, so that the pains go away. That is our goal. We want you to feel in control of your body. We want you to have better developed, healthier habits. We want you to enjoy increased confidence and self-esteem. And we also want you to achieve all your weight loss and fitness goals, no matter what those may be. All right, this program is definitely for you if you're excited and ready to start something new. It's definitely for you if you are coachable, if you're willing to take direction and make change. It's also for you if you want to go in and focus really strongly on working hard for 8 weeks. And last but not least, if you want a positive community that's going to help you stay focused and get to the next level. It's not for you if you're opposite of those things. If you're not coachable, if you're not willing to make change, if you're not willing to try something new, and if you prefer to go at it alone. Some people do like to work out and go for it alone, and that's okay too, as long as we get to the correct end result, right? You guys, we want to leave you a healthier, more positive person. All right, I'm excited to share with you these 3 testimonials. This is Stephanie D. She's 44 years old. After following my program, she decided to become a fitness trainer on her own. She was a competitor with me. I helped her lose the weight so that she could jump on stage. She took a long break and has recently come back to the stage at the age of 44. When I say a long break, she took about a 5-year hiatus of training and competing. And now we have worked through hormonal issues, sleep, hot flashes issues, believe it or not. She had a lot of those things that hit her from the beginning of her journey. Next up, my next client is also of age. She is 57 years young, and this is Miss Lisa. She too is a competitor. Lisa works really, really hard day in and day out. She's a mom of 2 boys. Her youngest just graduated from high school. And she did bodybuilding and competing when she was younger, got out of it, got busy teaching preschool. She too has decided to become a personal trainer after working with my program. That doesn't happen with everybody, but that has been a pattern with a good number of my clients because they found the fun in fitness and they actually enjoy going to the gym now. My next client is actually the client that I designed this program after. Cheryl is 53 years old. She is a physician. She's a doctor. She's my doctor now, actually. And she lost 40 pounds in 12 weeks, right? So she lost 40 pounds in 12 weeks, doing exactly what I described to you on this call. Exactly these things. No magic pills, not a bunch of, you're not on some supplement subscription where you have to take 20 vitamins a day and all of these different things. No, that is not what this program is about. She lost the weight and it's just a new person. She quit her job because she realized that it was something that was weighing her down, and she got a new job doing the exact same thing, paying her more with more help. So just to give you a little bit of information about that, if you are not interested in working in a group setting, I also provide a one-on-one program that I can get on a call with you and talk to you about as well. And that's what Cheryl did. So we are right at the 8 o'clock hour. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, I need you to put it in the chat. Let's go. What questions do you have for me? Coach Azure, can you help me?
I surely will. So we have had so many amazing, again, nuggets throughout. One of the questions are, how do people keep going when they hit the wall? Right? Because this person says, I start off strong. What can you do as a coach to help me when I get to that point where I hit the wall?
Number one, give yourself grace. Because oftentimes you've hit the wall because one of those 6 things are missing, right? When you start going hard and you work out more frequently and you're enjoying it, guess what? Your body needs fuel. Food is our fuel. Water, we need hydration. Often we hit that wall because our body is tired. And when our body is tired, we need to listen to it. The other thing that will happen is we get bored, right? We get bored with the same old workouts, the same old things. This program is not that. You're getting new workouts consistently, and you're getting weekly accountability calls, and you're getting weekly accountability check-ins. I don't let a week go by without checking on you and without getting feedback from you. And so we troubleshoot those times when you've hit that brick wall so that we can figure out what's missing. Is it fun? Do you need to take a Zumba class? Are you a dancer? Do you like to hike? Do you need to get outside? You know, we troubleshoot those things so that you can keep going.
So Nicole, what would you say? I'm going to go into some of the perks and the benefits, but why now? Why you? Why now? For those who are on this call.
So listen up, you guys. It's health. Our health is our wealth. It is a serious matter. Our health industry is continuously growing because it's continuously feeding us drug after drug after drug to keep us alive. We are constantly masking the problems and creating more problems on top of this. As we get older, things happen, right? Our metabolism slows down, right? We've gone through things in our lives, and we have to learn how to maintain. If you've ever been to an antique car show, right? You go out and you look at all the beautiful cars. They run, right? They're gorgeous, but sometimes they need a little more maintenance. If you wait and wait and wait, you're going to need a lot of maintenance. Now is the time. So many of us have focused in the past on that career or raising our kids or buying a house, or starting the business. But those things mean nothing if you do not have your health and wellness. You will not be able to enjoy all the things that you've worked for. That's why now is the time. All right, let's go back to that previous slide real quick, Coach Azure. If there's no more questions, I'm going to get back to that. So just for being on this call, you don't have to do anything. If you registered through my Zoom link, you're going to get all of these things immediately in an email tomorrow. You're going to get a copy of the replay of what we talked about today. You're also going to get a document that is a blueprint that has the items that you need in it to succeed. You're also going to get those 30 recipes that I talked about. There's 10 breakfast choices, 10 lunch choices, and 10 dinner choices. All you have to do is make a decision on what you want to eat and follow that plan to start losing weight today. And the last thing you're going to get for just being kind enough to join me on this call is a free coaching call. You're going to be able to sign up with me at your leisure and ask me any questions about the program or just about your health and fitness journey in general. I did mention, but I do have my life coaching certification as well. Then if you register within the next 48 hours, you're going to enjoy these things. 25% off the 8-week program. You're also going to get a lifetime discount. And what that means is if you decide to go another 8 weeks, you're still going to get that 25% off discount throughout the duration. Some of you may need to lose 40 pounds, right? So that first 8 weeks, we're going to focus on losing the first 20. And then that second 8 weeks, we're going to next. I have this happen all the time. Clients will get started, they'll lose weight, and then something with work will happen, or their child will get sick. Something will happen to pull them out of their routine. And they're like, man, I'm going so good. And then they get to the 8 weeks. What they might do is continue from there on a month-to-month basis, where they can till they get to their desired weight, and then cancel the program. But during those additional months, they continue to get the 25% off. Then you'll also get, other than the 4 one-on-one coaching calls, you're going to get 2 additional. So that means every week you're meeting with me one-on-one, and we're reviewing your progress and deciding what to do next to help you get to the next level. Plus, of course, all the program details that I talked about earlier. And of course, upon losing the 20 pounds, right? I've already given these out. Christine C is a client that I had most recently, and she lost her 20 pounds in the first 4 weeks, right? There were some things she was doing, like she wasn't exercising, she wasn't eating enough, and she was drinking too many Coca-Colas, right? We did those 3 things. We increased her movement, We made her eat more because she wasn't eating enough. And we cut out her soda, or we cut it back first. We weaned her off, and she lost 20 pounds within the first 4 weeks. So she got her gift card. Or you can always add that to, your next month's details. So yes, the program total is $997, but you're going to get that 25% off, which is going to cut that down to $747. This is an 8-week program. This is a blueprint. Like when you're done with it, you have it at your fingertips that you can repeat and stay with over and over and over whenever it's time for you to lose those next 10, 15, 20 pounds. You can also choose to do one payment or 2 payments. And so it's set up to where you can pay it in full at the beginning and get those 2 additional coaching calls, or you can pay half up front and then half 30 days later. All right. Does anybody have any more questions? If you're ready to get started, there's a discount link in the chat. There's the 2 payment discount link as well as the 1 payment discount link. If you have questions and you need to get on a call with me, or you just want that free session where you're talking with me one-on-one about your health and fitness needs, you can go to the Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks website. Coach Azure, if you could put that in the chat as well so that it's a clickable link. It's just the Lose 20 Pounds in 6 Weeks website, and it'll take you to the website about the program and reiterate all the things that we've talked about. So thank you so much for being on this call. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got lots of tips that you can use right now. Remember, it's time to be bold. It's time to stop waiting, and it's time to take action. Imagine what you could feel, look like, and experience 8 weeks from now. 20 pounds is a big difference, and 8 weeks is a short period of time. And if we focus and start now, we can really get it done. So Coach Azure, are there any questions in the chat? Is everybody?
Let's give people another 30 seconds or so. I am checking in the chat now, as well as in the DMs. PJ, if you can be my second set of eyes to make sure that there are none that I missed. And with that, we have done an amazing job on time. Coach Nicole, you have done it yet again. Thank you so much for your wealth of knowledge, all of your information, just for being so transparent with everyone who was on the call today. I'm combing again. I believe we've asked all of our questions. Please make sure that you go in, click on the link. PJ has dropped in a second link as well for the Lose 20 Pounds, www.lose20poundsin6weeks.com. I've also added in both discount codes, discount number 1 as well as discount number 2. As Nicole shared, you will receive an email on tomorrow in addition to the replay. And we are so excited that you have been here with us. Nicole, is there anything that you would like to say as you take us home?
Just take action. You've got choices, right? At least take advantage of the free call with me. If you are ready to go and you know you need to drop these pounds, don't hesitate to invest in yourself. This is an investment in your health and well-being that will not only impact you and your future, but also impact the people who mean so much to you, because you will be in a better position to live this life that you were created to live. So let's go, you guys. I can't wait to talk to you.
Love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you again, everybody. Let's end our session by bringing our sexy back. Thank you, Nicole.
Bringing sexy back.